Hey guys, Buffy Game back today, bringing you another video, and today we're covering the IWI Tavor 7, firing 7.62 by 51mm rounds. So in game here, it's the TR-7. We'll go through some brief setup for the weapon. I'll show you some aspects of the weapon here in the inspection, gunsmith, and then some gameplay, and we'll talk about the weapon in real life. So let's go ahead and we will back out. So looking at the weapon here itself, you unlock this at level 50, so bit of a grind. You can see I just got it recently. I'm 55 right now. I have it up to level 18, so pretty good attachments so far, enough to make the video. The rate of fire in game here is 720 rounds per minute, which fits in real life right in the middle. Based on the gas settings in real life, you have a rate of fire between 600 and 900 rounds per minute. Damage is 33, and the mag capacity at base is 20, although you do have an option for a 25 and 30 rounder. So looking at this setup here, you also have bullet velocity of 648 as is with this build. So you can obviously increase that with attachments, but just go ahead and look at the setup here as I'm still unlocking some things. Obviously, we're going to go with the Mars sight. So this is the IWI version of the holographic, unless I'm mistaken, and it is in fact a Russian, but I think this is the IWI version. So you get the Mars sight here 1.5 times, put that on that top pick. I'm gonna run a green laser here. You also have obviously other options. This is all personal preference, but that 5 milliwatt green is what I'm running. Because I have extra points to kill currently with my attachments, I'm going to run a flashlight just for the heck of it. It's going to help our hip fire also. Now we're going to run a suppressor, just because I was running this in RedSec. If you're not going to run a suppressor, I think a flash suppressor or hider is the better option also. Brake, not really needed. It doesn't have crazy vertical recoil. If anything, you're going to want the compensator for the horizontal. But again, that's going to keep you on the mini-map, so keep that in mind. I think the suppressor is a good option for this build. It's very effective in-game at close to medium ranges. Barrel length, so at base, in real life, you have the Tavor 7 has a 17-inch barrel length. There's also the Marksman version with the 20-inch barrel length. You can see we also have another 20 or a 17-inch, and then a looks like probably an 18-inch right there. So those are our barrel options. For the sake of keeping it realistic, I'm going to run the basic 17-inch factory. However, in-game, typically right now, I'm running the 20-inch long. That's just going to improve. You can see the jump on the bullet velocity from 648 to 810. So it definitely makes a big difference there in the bullet velocity. Let's go ahead. Yep. And vertical grip. Typically right now, I'm running any of the verticals with the ribbed vertical or the 6H64, I think are good options. You can see the stat difference there. And then for the magazines, like I said, at base you have a 5 or a 20 rounder. Then you unlock the 15, the 10, which are really useless. And now I'm running a 20 round fast mag. At level 26, I'll get the 25 rounder, which is going to make a huge difference. 35, you get the 25 round fast. And then the 30 rounder is at level 30. So the 25 is going to make a huge difference, as it does with the spear, which we discussed in that video, and I think the 30 rounder will make this weapon just insane. Right now, you can still get a lot of kills, but the magazine capacity of only 20, you really got to make your shots count and pick your engagements and know when to reload. And then I'm running penetration rounds right now. It's going to increase the recoil, so if you're having trouble controlling it, definitely run standard rounds instead. And that's the setup I'm running right now for the Tavor 7. So just so we inspect it, it's completely ambi. You see the magazine release there right above the trigger. You have the fire controls above the pistol grip there on the left side. And again, it's ambidextrous, so you have the same on the right side as well. The ejection right now is set to the right side. However, that is also ambidextrous, and you can set that to the left side to eject also. So if you're a left or right hand shooter, that's the good part of this weapon. Also, you have the charging handle non-reciprocating on the left right now. Again, in real life, you can configure that to the right. So it's completely ambidextrous rifle for left and right shooters. You also have Picatinny rails on 6 and 9 o'clock, and a full length on the, or excuse me, 6 and 12 o'clock, full length on the 12 o'clock, and you have M-locks on the 3 and 9, which are compatible there. You can see with the flashlight we have a pick in the M-lock and that's how that is configured for that flashlight. You would be able to do the same on the right-hand side also. So let's go ahead, jump in the firing range of this weapon. Do the inspect here. So again, it's a bullpup rifle, which I'm a big fan of bullpups. If you guys watched the wishlist video that I did, pretty much all of them were bullpups, a lot of the ARs that I was listing. So it's a really nice weapon. Let's go ahead now and... So it's a 4-round kill right there. 4 at the long target. Let me mount it just so I don't miss. 4 again. So with a larger round, it's going to be 4 shots. It'll drop off a little bit after that range, but that's pretty much the range that you want with this weapon. And again, that's where that 20-round mag kind of hurts us there. Three shots right there at that close range. So it does have a lot of power on it. And it's not very, doesn't have heavy recoil, so you can really kind of get away, especially here with the basic barrel, you can get away with holding the trigger down a little bit longer than some other weapons. So that longer range target is a little bit of a stretch, I would say. Typically wouldn't engage without, you're going to be tap firing with everything, but that long target, you got to be a little bit more careful there. And then, you know, close range, pretty good close range, really crushes people really quick 3 to 4 shot kill. So go ahead and jump into the gameplay here for this weapon, the Tavor 7. Again, a really good weapon here. Now, you'll remember it's very similar to the IWI Tavor 21, which if you follow me from the Call of Duty days, we've covered that in a lot of the COD games. The Tavor 7 also makes an appearance in other games like Insurgency Sandstorm, but it's part of the Tavor family from IWI of the bullpup series of weapons. The only difference between this and the Tavor 21 of the X95 is that it is firing in the 7.62x51 battle rifle round. So, bullpup configuration, all the controls, pick rails, everything like that, it's basically identical to the X95, like we talked about with the ambidextrous controls and setups, ejection ports, charging handle, all of that. In real life, again, it's a bullpup battle rifle developed by Israel, produced by IWI, or the Israeli weapon industry. Design period was 2013 through 2017. And it has a couple different variants, which we'll look at. The mass of the weapon overall is 4.1 kilograms, or 9.4 pounds when unloaded. The length of the weapon is 730 millimeters, or 28.7 inches, based on the barrel length, obviously. The cartridge, as we discussed, is a 7.62x51 millimeter NATO. The action for this weapon is a short-stroke, gas-operated rotating bolt with the rate of fire based on the 3 different gas settings of 600 to 900 rounds per minute. And the feed system, or the magazine, is SR25 magazine, pattern magazines. And the sight, you have, obviously, because you have pick rails, you have the iron sights, and just attach pretty much whatever you want to that Picatinny rail there, obviously, also. So the different variants, Tavor 7, which we covered here, 17-inch barrel. You have a 20-inch barrel length, which is pretty much used as the designated marksman version of the gun. And then you have the IWI US, which is just semi-automatic, obviously civilian version, and you have the T7B16, which is basically Tavor 7, but with a 419 millimeter barrel, or 16.5 inch. It also comes in a 26.75 overall length with that barrel overall too. So comes in different colors, the black and the FDE also, but that's the Tavor 7. It's a really awesome weapon. I'm glad they included this over the Tavor 21 or the X95. We've seen those, you know, in a lot of first-person shooters, especially Battlefield in the past. So the Tavor 7, really nice addition here to this game. I'm glad they included it. Still bummed we don't have a Scar Heavy yet. Hopefully that's on the agenda here for Season 2 or 3, getting the Scar Heavy. But again, I think you see a lot of repeat weapons from other first-person shooters, but they did different versions with the calibers here. Like here with the Tavor 7 and the 7.62, you have the SIG 553R in 7.62x39. You have the Galil Ace in 7.62x39. So they did similar weapons that we've seen in Battlefield and other first-person shooters. However, different variants of those with different caliber, chambered caliber weapons. So I'm really happy with this gun. This is one of my favorites right now, and I think it is honestly, I'm not sure about the range-wise, but I prefer it over the spear right now. I think when you get the 25-round mag, and especially the 30, it's going to be a really, really good gun. And the recoil pattern is a lot easier to control in my mind than the spear. Although the spear may have better range. I haven't really compared the two yet, but just from my play experience, I'm currently preferring the Tavor over the M7 spear. So let me know your thoughts down below. Leave you guys with this gameplay a little bit here. Just playing some breakthrough. Let me know your thoughts on the weapon, your setups. If you've leveled it up further than 18, let me know what you're running. If you have the 25-round mags on this or the 30 rounds, let me know your thoughts. Does it make a huge difference or not? I don't have any really zoomed optics yet that I can run an RMR on, so I'm curious to run kind of like a 4 times or a 3.5 ACOG with a top or canted RMR with the 20-inch barrel and see how that performs as well. Because I think you can stretch this thing out to good range. You just need the optic for it, and obviously need to be cognizant of the recoil and your magazine capacity. So let me know your thoughts down below. If you're enjoying the content here for Battlefield 6 weapon videos and RedSec stuff, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, like the video. And I think the weapon I showed here is what I'm currently using in RedSec, and it is a beast up close. So I'm not going to cover different RedSec builds unless my build for RedSec is completely different than the multiplayer, but the build I showed here is essentially what I'm using for RedSec. I would just swap out the penetration rounds maybe for standard, so you save a little bit of recoil there. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So let me know your thoughts down below. Till next time, this is Buffner Gaming with the Battlefield 6 weapon series in depth here with the Tavor 7 of the TR-7. Till next time, Buffner Gaming, out.